Hi guys, and welcome to another episode with Bufflunch. And today we're here in the Great Western Arcade in the heart of Birmingham. And we're here to try Sushi Passion. Oh my gosh. The decor here is really amazing. They've got this massive art piece. As soon as you walk in, it's the first thing that catches your eye. They've got Japanese art everywhere. They've got a nice jasmine tree. They've got things on the ceiling. They've got 2 low-seated tables, which means you can sit on the floor. A more traditional experience for those people who can sit on the floor. Me personally, I think my knees will shatter if I do that. I don't have the flexibility, but I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy that. They've got an open kitchen, so you can sit around and watch the food being prepared. They've got a bunch of chefs working in harmony, working alongside each other, making the food. Watching the chefs take their time to cut your fish, prepare your dish. That's not rhyme, by the way. Just not dropping lyrics. You got the traditional music playing in the background, and just a nice place to be in. And they've crammed everything into a small space. There's some seats around the kitchen, but all in all, they've got 4 other tables that only seat 4 per table. So it's not a huge restaurant, but they're very popular. As you can probably see behind me, so many people have come and gone in the time we're just shooting a part of this video. You can't just walk in, you'd probably get turned away just because of how many people are coming to enjoy their food. So definitely make sure you book in advance before you come here. So for the drinks, we've gone with the original ramune, which is like a sweet soda. And we've got the lychee flavored ramune here. And we've gone for the matcha green tea. Now the cool thing about these things is that you gotta take this cap and you pop this part off, or you can just do it as it is and you place it on top. And when you press it, this ball drops into the drink and then it opens up and you can pour your drink. I might be too weak for this. That's cool. Now I've never seen a drink do that. I'm gonna try the lychee flavor first. Okay, so that's basically like a sweet soda, and it's got a hint of the lychee just coming through. It doesn't taste like natural lychee, like the actual fruit. It's not super sparkly, it's quite smooth. I'm gonna try the original one now. Oh, so this one's got almost bubblegum smell to it. Again, it's not very fizzy at all. It's not overly sweet, so if you were having it with your food, I think it'll actually accompany it quite well. Now we've got the matcha green tea as well. They told me to let it brew for a while. Very subtle flavor, just lingers in the back of your mouth. It's got its own taste. The taste doesn't compare to anything else you might have had. So if you've ever tried matcha, it's exactly what you'd expect. But it's very herbaceous, it's not overpowering, it's not strong. And it's just a pleasant hot drink to have.
These pieces here is called a tiger roll, katsu fried prawn, and then on the outside is seared salmon with like a spicy mayo and eel sauce. You have salmon sashimi here and salmon tataki. This is half seared salmon belly with a wasabi and yuzu dressing. So they recommend eating this without soy sauce. This is called our Sushi Passion roll with mango and avocado. This is tuna sashimi with nori on the outside, which is seaweed. And then you have scallop sashimi here. On top is a tobiko, which is flying fish roe.
And what about the miso soup in terms of?
Yeah, so inside is wakame, which is seaweed, spring onion, tofu, shiitake mushroom, and bamboo shoot.
I'm gonna try the tiger roll first. Now forgive me if I'm not the greatest with the chopsticks. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of flavors that instantly hit you. The katsu prawn definitely comes through. The sponginess of the rice, the smooth texture of the salmon, and that sauce, absolutely amazing. There's so many flavors working in harmony together, and the spring onion just comes in, adds a little bit of freshness, and the fish, you can tell, is really good quality, it's slightly fatty, and the sauce, I think the sauce is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna add some wasabi into the soy sauce, and I'm gonna try another piece with some of this as well, just to see how that changes the taste. Wow. I'm loving the soy sauce with it as well, man. The flavors. Everyone's had sushi, but it's just something about sushi that's made in this way so fresh. And like normally I try and give the most genuine reactions and I really try and chew the food, but the different flavors instantly hit you. And you can just tell how much of a good quality sushi you're eating. I love that tiger roll. Wow. So far amazing. I was actually so mesmerized by this boat of sushi that I completely forgot about the miso soup. I'm gonna try and drink this before it goes cold. Now you can see how chunky that is. It's got shiitake mushrooms, you've got the tofu, you've got the seaweed. It smells amazing. Wow. The flavors are very earthy. You can definitely taste the fresh ingredients. There's no additional ingredient that's clouding the flavor. You can taste the spring onion, you can taste the seaweed. You get the sponginess of the tofu come through. And the tofu has soaked up all that juice. And it's really nice to just chew down on. But I'm not gonna lie, this bowl of sushi has just got me mesmerized, so I need to go in for the next part. Now the ginger, as I found out today, is actually not to accompany it with the sushi, but you cleanse your palate in between everything that you try. I always love the ginger. I'm gonna go in for the salmon sashimi. Oh. Listen, that salmon is so fresh. There's lean parts, but the fattiness comes through. As soon as you're chewing into it, it's breaking apart so easily. And it's not a strong fish taste. It's really light. Obviously, everyone's had salmon. But when it comes to raw salmon, that's when you can really tell what the quality of that fish is like. And with the soy sauce and the wasabi, just adds that little extra layer of flavor. We've got the tataki nigiri, which is the seared salmon. And you're not actually meant to have this with soy sauce. Obviously, as you can see, it's not raw fish, and it's got wasabi in between the fish and the rice, and I've actually seared it with the blowtorch. That was a big mouthful. It's actually amazing how the fish changes. Just with the light searing that they've done with the blowtorch, it completely changes the profile of the fish. The taste slightly changes. There's a slight smokiness that comes through. There's a slight hint of wasabi that comes through as well. So now I understand why you're not meant to dip that in the soya, because it feels like all the flavors are already there. The next one I'm going to try is the Sushi Passion. Now, along the different ingredients it's got that are surprising, like the mango, the one flavor that's in here that I'm most looking forward to try in sushi is the Philadelphia cheese that I've never ever had in this type of cuisine. So it's going to be interesting to see how that changes the sushi. There's a lot of flavors in that one roll. Obviously, the first thing you get is the different textures. You got the crispy onions, you got the sticky rice, you got the fish, and you got that silky smooth sauce that's at the top. You get a slight hint of the fruitiness come from the mango. The Philadelphia cheese is actually quite hidden. It's well balanced, but there's tons of flavor in that roll. I'm actually going to try and dip one in the soy sauce with the wasabi, because I feel like every time I've done that, it's just added another layer, another dimension to the dish. Try to dip it, drown it in the soy, just because. That was nearly falling apart. Oh. The saltiness and the kick from the wasabi really changes all these dishes, and the flavor just becomes even better. So I love that, and I definitely like the crispy onions on top. The sauce is sweet, it's fruity, but it's silky smooth. I'm guessing that's where the Philadelphia cheese is in between as well. You get some of that smoothness coming through. Absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna cleanse my palate again with the ginger, and I just want my palate to be completely fresh when I'm tasting all these big flavors. I'm gonna go for the tuna sashimi. Slightly dip it in the soy sauce as well. Oh. That tuna is super silky. It's not breaking apart like normal flesh from a fish. It's actually denser, so it's not breaking apart the same. Very light flavor. It's not overly fishy. It's very subtle, but very pleasant. And again, with the soy sauce, I just feel like it accentuates the flavor of the meat. Next, I'm gonna go for the scallop with the fish roe. I'm gonna try a piece first without the soy sauce, just because this is such a unique flavor that I wanna just experience it by itself first. So there's a lot of lime flavor that comes through as it will sit next to some lime. As you're biting it, the scallop is really soft. but the roe on top, these little pockets just bursting underneath your teeth. Very nice texture profile of the roe. It adds some fishiness, but again, it's not overpowering. The star is definitely the scallop flavor. I'm gonna try a piece with the soy sauce and the wasabi as well, just to see how it differs. It's amazing. Honestly, this is probably the best sushi I've had so far. There's actually one piece that I want to try that I've not tried yet. Even though it's a tiger roll, it's actually the tail of the shrimp. It looks like it would just be a different texture. Some of these are bigger bites than I actually anticipate. But that's honestly different to the first tiger roll I had. The crispy shell of the tail, because it's exposed and it's not had the juices soak into it, it's a lot nicer. And I actually prefer that to the original tiger roll just because the crunchiness of the tail was still there. Outstanding, really nice. So that's it for today, guys. We really enjoyed the food here at Sushi Passion. We suggest you guys come and check it out for yourselves. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the video. And I've told you before, if there's a restaurant you would like for us to visit, let us know and we'll try and get there. And we'll see you next time.